What's good, you guys? It is Will here from PSYCHONAUT Visions, signing back and once again coming at you with another video today. Now, what I wanted to talk a little bit about today was sort of like the transformation that we all go through in our lives. In the book that I'm currently writing, and in the chapter that I'm currently writing in that book is titled Ecdysis, which is essentially the process of a reptile shedding its skin. And in that chapter, there's a passage in which I talk about Metamorphosis, which is also when the caterpillar morphs into the butterfly, when it becomes a butterfly. And the reason I talked about that is because in my own life, when it comes to my relationship with my parents, although I would say I still love my parents and they love me, and we have a stable relationship and everything, it's like there's a lot that I still have yet to really open up about and express. And I feel like doing that would show them that, I have in ways become an adult and matured and grown. And, I think that's why I compare it to, like, in a way right now, I feel like a caterpillar. But by expressing a lot of what I've been through, expressing a lot of the ideas I've expressed on this channel, in my book, and so forth, it's like then I'll open up those doors to becoming the butterfly. I'll undergo that process, obviously figuratively, but it's just something that has been like a theme for me lately. Is transformation, is really trying to build these new relationships and establish the ones you already have tenfold. And like the whole theme of the book that I'm currently writing is, it's all about trying to focus on one aspect of my life that I can grow with, and also just focus on it, basically just talking about whatever's on my mind, whether it be a philosophical idea, whether it be something that's going on in my own life. But a big theme has really been trying to improve my relationship with my parents and show them that I have essentially become, or am in the process of becoming a man, in the process of becoming that butterfly. And I think by opening up to my parents, then I truly will start to become the butterfly. I will transform. And it's all speculation because I don't know what that process will be like. Displaying the fact that I've been through quite a lot of psychedelic endeavors and have faced my own level of I've faced vulnerability. I've kind of understood it. I've seen what it's like, not fully, of course. There's still a lot that I'm going to have to go through. I'm still very young, but I've gotten a lot better of an understanding of what that process is about. And by displaying that towards them, then I will be kind of free. I'll be more free. I'll at least feel that way. It's like I'm writing these stories and writing all of this stuff and talking about this stuff on YouTube in my own house, in the house that my parents live as well, because I live with my parents, and yet there's a lot that they don't even know about me, and they probably still see me in ways as an adolescent. But in order to overcome that, it's like that's the shell that I must abandon, that caterpillar. That's or as in a snake term, with the term of ecdysis, that's the shell, that's the skin that I must let go of. It's the assumption of others' judgment. I talked about this in my last video for anybody who might have stumbled upon it, but assuming other people's judgment, that's that you basically manifesting that reality of you, that version of you, when when you're walking by somebody and you assume that they're judging you in some way. They're creating this entire reality about you, and who knows, maybe they are, but we're all so wrapped up in what's going in ourselves, and in our own lives, and it's like there's so much left out of our control. There's so much going on around us that it's just not in our control. And it's like we have this stigma that us humans, that we're stubborn. We're always wanting to achieve something great, which is fascinating, and I inspire people to do that. But there's no need to feel so like you must achieve something so beyond yourself at all the times. Just like if you're doing stuff and you're living your life that makes you happy, like that's good, that's cool. That's cool. Don't feel like you have to go the extra mile all the time. I inspire people to push themselves, but everything is good because everything is here. Everything is now. All these realities, these future scenarios, past occurrences that you're planning out or thinking about and such, it's like everything is here. everything is now and in this moment, like that's all. Like just take a look around, I'm in my car right now, but around me I've got a trail and some nice views up there. I don't really think I can show you a great view from inside my car, but you get the idea. It's like everything is here, everything is now, because those future scenarios are playing out. If they ultimately happen, it'll happen in the now, it'll happen in the here. All the past scenarios that happen, they happened, right? Like they happen in the here, in the now. And also another thing that I was kind of talking about when I was writing recently was I saw like an Instagram reel, which is basically like a TikTok video of just words on the screen. And basically what it was doing, what the words were saying, was like encouraging the reader of the words to envision their 9-year-old self. Like wherever you may be, just envision your 9-year-old self sitting right next to you, standing in front of you. And obviously you would see a different version of yourself. But you look at this person more than likely as a very innocent child, a person with no real idea of what was to come. They're just here, they're just there, they're just trying to, they're just developing, they're growing. But more than likely you would look at them and think like, oh, they deserve love, security, and support, care. And the thing is, you reflect that onto your current self. It's like, what makes you think that you deserve any less than love, support, care, and security? But the thing is, like with a lot of things, it starts with oneself. It begins with oneself. It begins at the core, at the roots. You got to start with yourself. And when you truly begin to kind of embrace a lot of what's in your life, a lot of traits about yourself that make up you as a person, that's going to sort of reflect onto people who you cross paths with. People will kind of see that in you. And, that's kind of how you can attract that. And I'm not saying that this is inevitable, that like, things are just going to always manifest in your life and whatnot. But I'm just saying that, everything begins at the core. Everything begins with the roots, because the roots are what the start is. Everything starts there. And then, the flower grows. But, yeah, it's like just a lot of transformation that I'm experiencing right now, and I feel like the time is closer to where I'm going to open up to my parents and really have that conversation with them and show them a lot of what I've been through, because I've spent the last period of like 2 years primarily in solitude, and I really want my inner world to shine more in the outer world, to be more authentic really in the outer world. And that's what platforms like YouTube, that's what platforms like literally just writing in a Google Doc in a digital piece of paper have allowed me to do, is show not, anything but myself. It's truly me. It's like I've talked about being the chameleon. It's like when I'm having a conversation with one person, I can try to blend in, and a different person I'll try to blend in with them. But when I'm writing or when I'm speaking like this, nah, man, there's no blending in. It's just me. It's just here. It's just now. And that's why it's like I want to keep doing these things, because it allows me a space of authenticity to express my individuality. Because when I am around people, oftentimes I can tend to curl up and go into a shell, and I'm hoping that I can change that. But in order to do so, it starts with the foundation. It starts with talking to the people who I live with in my own home, my parents. And if I can become more and more authentic with them, it's like then I can become more authentic around some more friends, and then more people in society, and maybe just expanding that and keep growing off of that and watching the flowers grow from the roots, But right now I'm still trying to undergo the figurative process of metamorphosis, becoming a butterfly out of a caterpillar, and it's quite a process, but I'm just learning. I'm never going to stop learning. No one's ever going to stop learning and growing and evolving as people, and as consciousness. So, yeah, I pretty much feel like I said everything I need to say. I hope you guys enjoyed and took something from it. Even if you didn't, I still really appreciate anyone for coming and tuning in and watching this and listening to anything I have to say. And, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Will from PSYCHONAUT Visions, signing out.